who's going to be the Coco Beware of the year, which I like to call, the jobber award, the jobber that they put in. It seems like they have one lower class wrestler that they put in. And I think this tag team that I'm going to say, I'm not trying to get heat, I'm not trying to make people laugh, but I think that their contributions to wrestling, they were in the WWF for a long time. They jobbed to everybody, but everybody loved this tag team. I don't care if you watch wrestling or you barely watch wrestling, you didn't watch wrestling at all, you knew who this tag team was. They were on TV. I'm sure the WWF sent them out to all the hospitals every town they went to go meet the sick kids. Everybody loved these guys. They were the biggest baby faces in America, and if you trace them back to their roots, they were the biggest heels. They were the most extreme wrestlers from New Zealand. I'm talking about the Bushwhackers. I'm talking about Butch and Luke. Those guys were so over. They barely did anything in the ring. They got beat up all the time, but just because of how much they were loved, I think that it'd be a good response for everybody. I'm saying put the Bushwhackers in the Hall of Fame. What could go wrong? I think they'd be they'd be able to get a good pop from the crowd when you bring them out for WrestleMania the next day. Everybody loves those guys. Hell, they were on Family Matters. They battled, the Winslows and Urkel. Great guys. Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you today, talking a little bit about tonight's Monday Night Raw and the Hall of Fame announcement that's coming this year so far for the Hall of Fame. Of course, we have Macho Man Randy Savage, we have Rikishi, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And there's been rumors out there that Ray Stevens, Kevin Nash, and the duo that's going to be put into the Hall of Fame with their announcement tonight, the Bushwhackers. I was really down on Rikishi going into the Hall of Fame, and I know that the Bushwhackers are a big part of the legacy of the WWF. They were a big team. They came there. They were formerly known as the Sheepherders, and then once they came to WWF, they were known as the Bushwhackers. And they were a lovable duo. And to me, honestly, I love tag team wrestling, and the Bushwhackers were a tag team and probably one of the golden eras of the WWF and their best part of their tag team division that they've ever had. But, the Bushwhackers, who'd they beat? They didn't beat nobody. I know that they have to fill out the class, and you need sort of like 7 names in order to fill it out, but there's so many other great tag teams that deserve to go into the Hall of Fame. Demolition being one of them, one of my favorite tag teams of all time. And I know it's too soon. Basically, with Team 3D, but Bully Ray just got the big, I guess you can say announcement, or not announcement, but I don't know what to really call it. I guess his return at the Royal Rumble, even though he hasn't signed a contract, and I'm not 100% sure if he's a part of the WWF or WWE family as of right now, but the Bushwhackers to me is sort of a letdown. This year's Hall of Fame class just doesn't really seem like it's coming together as being a big deal. I know last year they really knocked it out of the park with a whole bunch of names out there. Bringing back the Ultimate Warrior, Scott Hall, Jake the Snake Roberts, some guys that we never thought we'd ever see get the light of day in there because of backstage problems and politics and personal non-wrestling demons and things like that. But the Bushwhackers, although I know that they were a loved team, they never beat anybody. I mean, they were like the Brooklyn Brawler of the tag team division. I know that if you can pull up some facts about them stealing some sort of a win here or there somewhere along the way, but I don't know, man. This just doesn't do it for me. I know that I've always said that I wanted to be there and I wanted to see, Macho Man Randy Savage's, announcement and his, the Hulk Hogan speech. It is what it is, and his brother's gonna knock it out of the park with the acceptance speech. But I don't know. I'm really looking forward to that WrestleCon wrestling show that's after the Hall of Fame this year, and I'm just hoping that they don't close out with Macho Man, so I can scoot out of there as fast as I can and make sure I don't miss any part of that wrestling show, because that means a whole lot more to me than the Hall of Fame does. When I look at this class, I can't think of anybody that they can put in there to save this. If The Rock was getting announced, he would have been the first guy that got put up there. Yeah, I'm thinking that more than likely your headliner is going to be Kevin Nash. And how much I love Kevin Nash, it is what it is, and I'd rather get over to that wrestling show and see it from the beginning.